A slate of high impact legislation is moving through the General Assembly with major implications for workforce, education, and development. You're watching the Matthews Area Chamber Advocacy Update, sponsored by Atrium Hill. I'm Sarah Principe, and it's June 16th, 2025. First, let's start with a bill of local interest. House Bill 948, known as the P.A.V.E. Act, continues to move through the General Assembly and was recently approved by the House Transportation Committee. The bill would authorize a voter referendum in Mecklenburg County on a 1-cent local option sales tax for transportation. While supporters call it a long overdue investment in infrastructure, the bill limits flexibility, especially for rail. No more than 40% of tax revenues can go toward rail projects over 30 years, while at least 20% must be used for buses and microtransit. For Matthews and other communities along the Silver Line, this likely means bus service rather than light rail, and is the reason that this chamber has expressed opposition to the proposal. The bill includes provisions to prevent Charlotte from shifting existing road spending, but concerns remain about whether future investments will align with local priorities. The bill's next stop is the House Finance Committee. The House has passed a major education bill, Senate Bill 125, that includes a broad overhaul of North Carolina's community college statutes. The bill reorganizes outdated laws, expands access to short-term workforce training, and supports new programs like micro-credentials for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities. While this bill focuses on structure and governance, it pairs well with the Propel and See initiative, which is working to align funding with high-demand jobs in fields like healthcare, IT, and advanced manufacturing. Together, these efforts are reshaping how the state supports community colleges and prepares workers for today's economy. Since the House made some changes to the bill, it now heads back to the Senate for concurrence. Two child care bills, House Bill 309 and House Bill 412, were both assigned to conference committees last week, signaling that final negotiations are underway. House Bill 309 focuses on easing regulations for family child care homes, including greater flexibility around outdoor play space, indoor area requirements, and a mixing of age groups. Meanwhile, House Bill 412 includes a broader slate of regulatory reforms, such as new staff-to-child ratio options, credentialing alternatives based on work experience, and a directive to create a credential pathway specifically for school-age and out-of-school time care. It also launches a work group to explore group liability insurance options for childcare providers. Together, the bills reflect an effort to modernize North Carolina's childcare regulations while improving access and sustainability for providers. And lastly, we have Senate Bill 205, which is a wide-ranging regulatory reform bill that makes significant changes to local planning and zoning authority across North Carolina. It rewrites portions of the general statutes to restrict what local governments can regulate, eliminating certain design standards, limiting driveway and parking requirements, and requiring that residential zoning districts be based solely on density rather than lot size. It also accelerates development review timelines and expands legal remedies for property owners. Proponents of the bill believe these changes could increase the housing supply and result in more affordable options. However, others are concerned that the bill goes too far in limiting local government control over land use decisions. These provisions were approved in a proposed committee substitute last week in the House Regulatory Reform Committee, and the bill now moves to House Rules. If the bill passes the House, it will return to the Senate for a concurrence vote. That's all for today. We'll continue tracking these and other policies that could impact businesses in Matthews. Until next time, I'm Sarah Principe, and this has been the Matthews Area Chamber Advocacy Update, sponsored by Atrium Hill.